Hello everybody, I'm at the stone dolmen again, and this one is in the Schimmeres in the Netherlands. They gave the number D43, that's just the number they gave it. This sign was put down in about 2012. And what is also on this sign is interesting is the ceramic of the people of the Hunebed culture, because that is the ceramic they found in these constructions. So that's how they based the date of this construction on the fact of the ceramic and arrowheads and stone tools that were found there. And the people of the Hunebed culture were in this area 5,000 years ago, as it says on the sign. So they date this construction on the fact, what they state, that it was built by the people of the Hunebed culture. Well, they only found the artifacts and ceramic and stone tools of the people of the Hunebed culture, but no other proof at all. So this site has could been there way longer before them, and could be used by people of other civilizations. Only the people of the Hunebed culture were the last civilization that used this site. And what they also state, that this site was a burial ground. Well, I get further into that in a moment, because I first want to explain how they came up with the idea that it was a burial site, all these stone dolmens. And they base it on the ceramic that they found in the arrowheads and the stone tools. That's how they came up that people were buried there. There were never any human remains found. And they state, the human remains were deteriorated over time and there was nothing left of them. So they don't have any proof. All these sites, no human remains were ever found by excavations. So it was probably used for something else. Also want to point out that this is so-called the entrance. Normally there are two stones in front of it. One is missing. Like a lot of these sites have stones missing. Like this one in the middle. This construction has also at least two stones missing. On the left, and the one in the distance is also couple of stones missing. You can see the back side over here. There's also a stone at least missing, maybe two. And a lot of these sites are damaged a lot. Why are they damaged like this? The narrative goes that people took stones from these sites for other constructions like church towers, walls, undersides of foundations for houses. But I also want to point out, you can see all these small stones cemented between the bigger stones. That was done, like they state, to keep the soil in, to give it like a more authentic kind of idea how they found this. Well, mostly was covered up by a lot more sand, but they put these smaller stones in to keep the sand in. And maybe some things that are hidden under the soil, who knows. Because you can see over here, at this angle, you can see there's one stone sticking out, just barely. Probably the top is broken off, seems that way, again damaged. And what is beneath this soil? I don't know, because it's covered up. And it's been covered up for a long time, because they put these stones in, I think in the late 60s to keep the soil in, maybe even earlier than that. So, it's weird. Again, here you can see two stones that are also damaged a lot. And chunks are broken off. The one in front of it has also a flat surface, probably also a chunk broken off. And why did they break all these chunks off? Because these are smaller parts. It almost seems like they want to damage this site on purpose. Because maybe if this site was complete, like it is now, you can see also over here, there's a big chunk broken off. On the left and on the right, there are stones missing. So it almost seems like they want to damage it beyond repair. Because maybe if it was complete as a whole, people could figure out better what it was used for. Because they always state that these stone dolmens in Germany and the Netherlands were burial grounds, even though they never found any human remains under these stone dolmens or near it. what makes more sense to me, that it was at least used as a big oven. Because if you have this side like this, and you can bake your vegetables in it, you can bake your meat in it or on top of these stones, and it will give off a lot of warmth for your settlement that you have around it. Over here you can also see there's a kind of 2 small entrance stones towards it. Maybe that's like the entrance where you actually put in your vegetables. Maybe that's like the best place to put it in. They pointed it out with these smaller stones, like, oh, that's the way to put your ceramic or vegetables or meat in it to bake it. Maybe that makes sense. But a burial ground doesn't make sense. Why do you put in so much effort to bury a couple of people? Because they never know how many people there were buried, because they never found any remains during excavation. So, that's already interesting. And it often makes way more sense. Maybe it also had other purposes besides being an oven. But I don't know. But a burial ground doesn't make sense to me. But it's also interesting, these sites. Yeah, again, I will point out these small stones, even at this low point, to keep in a little bit of soil. It's a little bit ridiculous. To me, it's actually damaging the site. And leave it like it is. What I also want to point out is this organic stone. A lot of these stone dolmen sites have this kind of organic stones, like 1 or 2 in it. That seems to be a little bit melted, so that's interesting. What I'm also gonna do is put my camera down on this trash can, and I will stand beside the stones to give you an idea how big the stones are. I'm about 6'1" tall, so you have that as an idea. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.